Hello and welcome to the Overly Animated Podcast, where we take animation seriously. We provide fan-oriented and analytic discussions on a variety of animated shows, movies, and anime, currently featuring Steven Universe, Miraculous Ladybug, New Powerpuff Girls, and Starburst, The Force of Evil. I'm Dylan Hysen, and today I'm joined by Sam Quattro.
Hello.
And Justin Cummings.
Hello, world.
Okay. Today, Sam, Justin, and I will be discussing the latest episode, the September 8th episode of Steven Universe, last one out of Beach City. We discuss Steven Universe every week, multiple times a week here on the Overly Animated Podcast. Check us out at overlyanimated.com or search for the Overly Animated Podcast on iTunes or your favorite podcatcher. Tomorrow, Friday, Delaney and Michelle will be recording the feedback show. Get questions into them by 7:15 Eastern tomorrow. You can email Delaney at overlyanimated.com or send her Tumblr ask, or just comment on this post at overlyanimated.com and get your feedback in. Probably a lot to discuss there and here. Certainly a very notable episode, last one out of Beach City. Before we started, you missed Justin screaming, and Sam also being very enthusiastic, so we'll set the tone for this.
I wasn't screaming, but I'm very enthusiastic.
You were also screaming in chat, though, when you
I was screaming in chat. I've watched the episode like 3 times now. I think I'm more calm.
You had time to watch it 3 times? Wow.
Yeah, I did. Impressive. I got home at like 5:30.
I'm going to go watch it again after this because it was so good.
Yeah, this is the first episode in a while I hadn't seen earlier in the day, so we're getting authentic reactions here, at least from. So let's get into this one. I'm unsure where we're going to go with this. It's certainly a continuing our trend of weird episodes. Sam, what were your reactions and your initial thoughts on last one out of Beach City?
My reactions.
Oh yeah, we can check chat. You're right. We have the log.
Let's see. Dylan, this is my favorite app. Pearl doesn't have a license. I spelled license wrong. So Dylan, and then just a lot of gibberish. I really liked it. I think it might actually be my new favorite episode. It's just a Sam episode. You know what I mean? Just very, like, just.
I couldn't have written a more Sam episode. Why?
Yeah, exactly.
This was
incredible. This is literally my life. Except in Steven Universe form.
I couldn't. Yeah, I was surprised. I was like, "What? Did Sam write this?" Like, oh, okay.
No, Hillary and Lauren are.
Which are the most Sam of the storyboard artists? This is unsurprising.
I guess so.
Yeah.
They're me.
What's your favorite part of the episode? What's your favorite element of it?
Ooh, I don't know.
Just all of it.
I really liked. I liked the music. I liked the girl.
Yeah.
I liked Pearl.
Yeah.
I think like my favorite part was just like Pearl just being just hardcore, you know, wow.
Yeah.
No, I give her my number.
You'd give Pearl your number if you were a mysterious girl? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, aren't I a mysterious girl?
I guess you are a mysterious girl.
I mean, she initialed her phone number S, so
oh really? I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Okay. Or was that not a 5?
Wow.
Or
it was an S.
Wow. Okay. We are like 3 or 4 minutes into the podcast and no mentions of Pearl is super gay yet. That's not.
Oh, okay.
That hasn't been mentioned yet.
Oh, wow.
That's just understood.
Well, we knew that already,
that's
but
understood, Dylan.
Even more so with humans too. You know,
if they come with pink hair, I mean,
if they come with pink hair, look like
I had pink hair at some point. I had pink hair last year.
So you are a mysterious girl, I see. Justin, you've been very enthusiastic. Reactions other than wow to this episode?
I just watched the '90s grunge movement, Scott Pilgrim versus the World, and a John Hughes movie meet in a mosh pit, and I still don't know how to feel about it. It was incredible. Just everything about this episode. The pacing was beautiful. That awesome background song, which I cannot wait for that to be on SoundCloud. It was amazing. The car chase was great. Those end credits were great. Everything was great. The character designs were great. Pearl was great. Everything about this episode just it almost felt like an Edgar Wright movie mixed with a John Hughes movie. It was just so solid. I don't know how they managed to pull this off. I know I was so down last week. This is the episode I needed to get back in my Justin mojo. I'm back. This episode's amazing. I love this show. I love this episode. I love you guys. I love everything. I'm excited.
Justin, this is drunk Justin. That's what I assume this is how.
That's your conclusion.
This is why I'm straight edge, because this is me sober on Steven Universe.
Yeah, that's true. I think Drunky would be like this too. That's my prediction.
I am beyond amazed. This is my favorite episode of all time, of anything ever.
Yeah, okay, relax. It's been 10 minutes. Come on. It's
so good.
You can't declare that. Okay.
So good.
Yeah. I'm also pretty high on this one. I mean, it's hard to formulate how good was this? Again, I just watched it for the first time. It's super weird. I definitely got like an 80s movie vibe from it, but yeah, kind of combined with a I don't even know what to describe it, just like modern gay vibe too, like combine it into one.
Yeah.
And it's
my aesthetic.
Sam, yeah, this is definitely, and it's like Pink was prominent too. Like this is, I was like, wow, this is really Sam. It's, yeah, the music was by one of them's friends, Mike
Kroll,
who's named in the episode.
He's an actual
yeah,
guy.
He's like this, probably my least.
No, he's like he's actually like on Merge Records, which is like an actual like real like a big deal label. Yeah, so he's an actual person.
Actual person. How do you spell his last name?
Krol. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I did not know that because I really dislike inserting like a person into the show. I just hate that conceptually, so that'll turn me off a little bit. I don't know why they need to insert their friend into the show. That a little bit pissed me off, honestly. I mean, they can do what they want, but
I knew about it since I follow.
I saw it during the day. Yeah, so
yeah, I follow. I think I follow Merge Records.
I thought he was just voicing someone though, but no, they name him.
The song is called 15 Minutes by Mike Kroll, for the record, for those wanting to look it up before it goes up. So
yeah, I mean, it was great. Like it's if I didn't know that, I would have had no problem. So it's more just like a production conceptual thing, whatever. Ignoring that, yeah, I mean, the episode's great. Like just the vibe of this is so different than kind of everything else. It's not that different because the show's normally super gay too, but it's like I say that colloquially in the best way. And it's like it's I don't know. It's so weird. Like this, and we're continuing the trend. This and Kindergarten Kid and Know Your Fusion and Buddy's Book and Mindful Education.
Even throw in
last week's
older
episode
ones like Beach City Drift.
Beach City Drift
didn't do it as well.
Yeah. This is a good Beach City Drift. I agree with that.
This is good Beach City Drift.
It's better than Beach City Drift. Yeah.
It's like, I'm sorry for Beach City Drift. Here's your good car chase.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, you're right. This is a genre type episode done right. It's not just a straight tribute. The best part of this episode is the most notable thing is like the aesthetic and like Pearl flirting with Human Girl and stuff like that. And but I feel
she's literally Ramon Flowers
from a. You're souring me toward this by comparing this to Scott Pilgrim.
What's wrong with Scott Pilgrim?
It was fine.
It's my favorite movie of all time. This is my favorite episode of all time. It's perfect.
Maybe we'll debate that at some point. I don't think that's warranted. For that, but this was, it was certainly super notable and narratively, which I've trained myself to look towards with the show, which is different because like I feel like if I was just a fan of the show and like was not immediately had to come on and create discourse about it, then I would. I mean, that's presumptive, but then I would have like reacted more to the aesthetic and stuff. But my first thought is like, okay, this is a lot of stuff I really wanted from Pearl's character. We got into a lot of great stuff narratively in Pearl's character that I feel like we've been asking for. Like this is kind of the sequel to Mr. Greg. Why can't I move on? And now this. So this is that's I do think it's a little bit annoying for me to immediately go to that type of mindset. Like I want to react first.
Just date a girl that looked like your ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, there you go. Not super healthy. So I would say that.
The mysterious girl was really cute though. So not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was one of. So I think her design was jarringly detailed.
I know, I loved it.
Yeah, it was on purpose. First of all, this isn't a bad thing, but I think that she was more detailed than even our main characters. Her design, which I think is super interesting. Like she's definitely like
she's going to be the new main character.
Well, yeah, obviously,
mysterious girls universe.
She has pink hair.
She's supposed to be. She's supposed to feel like a character out of another show, and like that's certainly how her design came off, and it was super interesting. Yeah, and just
piercing.
I mean, compare her to like the design of like PD and Onion, right? Like these are it's not
piercing the jacket around the waist. She is the 90s.
It's and then we had the thing at the end, I guess, like cementing the 80s type vibe with the Pearl as repressed nerd.
I love those end credits. It felt like such a Tarantino Edgar Wright move, and I loved it. Credits within the actual show, it's brilliant.
Yeah, we got this Mr. Robot most recently, but this is the next thing. Yeah, it's I think that I'm disappointed I want the episodes to have not leaked because I would have wanted to see how long it would have taken Tumblr naturally to have the Pearl is repressed nerd same posts. But no, they had them queued up now, so now I'm seeing them all over. So, and now I'm seeing like all this fan art of the girl. Like, come on, I want to see how fast you really are, not given 6 hours. But
amazing character design. I love it so. It might be my favorite character design we've seen in a long time.
It's really hard. It's too hard to compare it to other character designs in the show
because
she's specifically different. Really, yeah.
We don't get I've never seen a character that looks like that in animation.
Yeah, so she's got this isn't the type of character you see on children's shows. This is how real people look though.
Like we talk about how Ladybug like is geared towards the most stereotypically attractive to as broad an audience as possible. This is not, and this is amazing, and I love this, and I want more of this. I want this everywhere. I love it.
Yeah, what's great about her is this is the type of person that a certain half of the country would see and be like, why do you look like that? Like that, and that's so great that she's played as like gorgeous and stuff.
And then there's us where we're all immediately, I'm a blabbering idiot at the moment. So
yeah, for us, this is more normal, as young people and stuff. But let's go over her design because it's so noble. Pink hair. She is, I guess like
eyeshadow, green eyes. She has three pierced earrings, lip ring.
Normal body type. Let's all say it together. Normal body type.
She's tall. She's a normal body type. Yes. Dark skin. And
crop top skirt.
And like a crop top and like notable and like boots.
Ripped pants.
She's like a thing tied around her waist, like
a plaid jacket,
a flannel jacket. Yeah, like and like it's a super interesting design, and I feel like
maybe they were just like, let's draw a cute girl.
I feel like this is Rose in human form to a certain extent. Like,
yes,
she's come back from the dead.
Was Rose in human form.
You got me. That's true. But I feel like Rose's design is supposed to be so ethereal and just like non-detailed purposely, and this is, I feel like, a large extent her. I feel like she laughs like Rose. I'm looking at a gif of her laughing. I feel like that's a thing.
Their nose is the same.
Yeah. Super great. Yeah, super great and prominent design. Love it. And this is the most real character that we've real human person we've portrayed in animation like in a while, so that's very notable on its own. How is there this detailed fan art? I mean, it's been 6 hours. I guess that's enough time, but
I love you, Tumblr.
Yeah.
So amazing.
So okay, let's talk Pearl. For me, this is the Pearl episode. This is Pearl. This is like this is the episode. I mean, sure, this mysterious girl is prominent and stuff, but like, if we're gonna get into discourse and stuff surrounding it, like, this is like Pearl's episode, and we have speeches Pearl gives. This is Pearl trying to be cool. This is like,
I feel like this is her real personality before Greg showed up. Like, this is her just laid back, enjoying life, letting loose again.
I wouldn't say real personality. I think that's a little dismissive to her current state, but it was her. This is her Rose influenced post Gem Society personality. Certainly is what the episode's presenting.
I love it. I love it so much.
Like, it's a lot of words, Dylan.
So stage one of Pearl is homeworld, presumably not rebellious at all, very much subservient to probably Pink Diamond, and just a normal Pearl like we've seen. Stage 2 Pearl is Pearl freed from these confines. She attaches herself to Rose, and she's presumably this, but we haven't seen it during the rebellion. This is I would call this stage renegade Pearl. What's the first word in that phrase from the answer?
Terrifying
renegade Pearl. Yeah, I think this is terrifying renegade Pearl stage, and we haven't seen a lot, so that's super notable. And then stage 3 would be certainly there's a transition in here with like jealous of Greg Rose and stuff like that, and stage 3 is like mom Pearl that we see now. So
yeah, now she's like a mom who's like, she's not cool anymore, but she wants to show the kids that she's cool.
She's very much like a real like older woman. Like it's not like
Pearl, do I still have the edge?
Yeah, it's not like Pearl now is Pearl as mom is less like legitimately Pearl. It's just that she's different now at a different stage of her life, and seeing this side of her, and especially you can portray this so it doesn't have to be a trying to recapture youth because she's still the same age. Like it's really interesting in that regard. She can just kind of try to transition back to how she was before. There's no difference. The circumstances are the only things that's different, and her like her mentally, her coding, it's hashtag gems or computers, but it's only like there's no like biological barrier here. I feel like that's super interesting, and she can kind of just go back into this state. And maybe if only she could change her design back to look younger, like in the Rose flashbacks. I mean, she says that I'm gonna have a trouble parsing my notes because there's so much to write down from this, but
oh God.
Yeah, I told her my appearance is just a conscious manifestation of life,
Of light.
Of light. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, I had to write so fast at the end of conscious manifestation of. I loved that's my favorite part of the episode because I love talking about the workings of.
I hate it. I mean, it's just like the holograms with mask thing. I don't understand.
Well, they're at least they're getting into explaining it more here. Like, you know what's so interesting about this? This isn't the lead, but conscious manifestation of light. This is the biggest proof towards like Pearl controls her own appearance here. Like the gems can do whatever they want. I feel like it's conscious, like, or maybe that's not what that word means in this context. Well,
we've confirmed that the gems can do what they want. I mean, all the Rose Steven stuff I don't want to get into again, but Rose did things with her appearance, and now we have Steven.
I don't feel like that's not your best evidence. I feel like there's Amethyst evidence maybe from that reforming episode for that. But you're right, we've gotten into this before. But yeah, that's super interesting. Manifestation of light. You don't like that it's a manifestation of light, Sam? You don't like it?
No, I don't, because it doesn't explain how they can give hugs.
Yeah.
And
I like
cry
hugs.
and stuff.
Hugs are great.
It's
and have it be like an actual
Justin.
like
hashtag drunk Justin. Yeah.
I'm not drunk.
Wait.
I'm just happy on love and life in this episode.
Drunk Justin would absolutely say hugs are great, but so that was great. I love that whole like I went up to her. I love Steven and Amethyst commentating her talking to the girl. We had another great aesthetic part of this episode is that most of the episode was the journey rather than the destination, getting into Cave of Two Lovers from Avatar type stuff. But it's like a road trip. It's not like the house party episode. It's like the getting to the house party type episode, and like the how like things evolve as we go to different stops on the way.
I was worried. I was worried about Steven going to this house party because he's like what 14, and there's like alcohol and like I don't know.
I love this is a big part of Sam's analysis. It's like pointing out things like this, which the episode totally
I was worried at
just
first.
Like I don't understand
I
don't understand how Greg would be okay with that, especially if the gems like don't really know what like drinking alcohol is.
You don't know that there's alcohol in alternate Earth.
Probably is. I mean, I have to go back.
Let me have this episode, Sam.
They might have some solo.
Well, the episode parodies it by talking about apple juice, But it's like
I know.
Bolin slurping the noodles type thing.
Pearl's like maybe I'll even drink. I was like, Pearl, you probably would not.
Like, she almost said a word that we're not allowed to say on this podcast. Did anyone else catch that?
Who did? Sam?
Yes.
I don't think she
Amethyst.
Yeah. Oh,
when we're about to round the
can we
corner.
say
bad something? That's for sure.
Can we say that word, Dylan?
No, we can't say that word. No.
Why not?
I mean, nothing bad's gonna. It's because there's children listening, Sam. Like Justin. Justin's listening.
I'm not a child. I'm an adult. And as an adult, I say this episode is the greatest episode of animation ever.
Okay, calm down there, Justin. It's been 20 minutes since the episode ended.
So
you can take some time to think about that statement. This was me last episode.
So I went back. I don't see any red solo or anything like that, but okay, they're probably drinking happening here. Just saying.
Sam confirming the drink. Apologize for that blip, but yeah, it's I don't know. I don't remember what I was going to say, but it's the journey there. It's something. Oh yeah, I know what I was going to talk about. We talked about Pearl not having a license. Like that was great. Like Sam and I talk about this with like Steven, no birth certificate type thing.
He's gonna walk up to the DMV and say, "I'm from another planet."
Yeah. DMV name drop.
That was my favorite
the best
part.
salty Pearl ever.
She like actually like explained it. She's like, I'm not a citizen.
Yeah, the show never said. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, that was the most Sam line.
That's-
Yeah, the show also had them talking about "I'm not a citizen" is the most Sam episode ever. Like that was so great. Like they've never talked about that before, that they're not citizens and stuff like that. It's interesting.
Further proof that I secretly wrote this episode.
I mean, we have somewhat substantial proof that you're Lauren Zook, just for the record. So
how did that? When?
I feel like you're Lauren Zook. I feel like there's some similarities here.
I don't understand.
Just similar people, from what I can tell. I mean,
I would like to take just a moment to discuss the importance of the fact now that because of the bad members of this fandom for driving Lauren away from Twitter, I can't tell her how much I love this episode. It's all of y'all's fault.
Yeah, now I can't understand why Dylan thinks I'm like.
She's a Tumblr. She's a Tumblr still, so maybe you can ask her on there. Yeah. Also,
but y'all see, this is what y'all do. Y'all don't realize there's consequences. There's consequences.
Yeah. I mean, sure, I agree.
I can't tweet her.
That's not my lead here. But yeah, okay. What else are we missing in this episode? We have so I thought that I've read the hype going into this will be a big Pearl Amethyst episode. Denied? No, Sam?
No, I think it was. I think Amethyst was a little bit jealous.
Ooh, really?
No, Amethyst
I think she was.
Present evidence.
Amethyst was hype.
Present evidence.
Okay, so like
new Phoenix Wright game is out. Present evidence.
All right, so
it actually is. I'm pretty hyped to play it. Okay, yeah.
Shush. Okay, so near the end when they see the mysterious girl at the party, and Amethyst is like, "Oh my God, wait, Pearl, I'll talk to a nerd first. You're not ready, etc., etc." I mean, I guess afterwards she was like, okay.
This was literally "I love you, Beth Cooper."
I don't know. I just feel like Amethyst was jealous during that. Like she was trying to like not let Pearl talk to her, and like I don't know. Amethyst was like very flirty all episode.
So send your Pearl Amethyst asks to the Delaney for Pearl Amethyst expert Michelle to discuss for sure. But my interpretation is that this episode definitely doesn't provide evidence for like Amethyst like being jealous, upset over the flirting and stuff like that. Like I feel like she's not like overtly like crushing on Pearl. Like I feel like that's certainly not what the episode's presenting. Okay. But I think there's an argument to be made for Amethyst like just genuinely like liking Pearl at this point, and some sort of like romantic feelings beneath the just like genuine, like she's so happy for her and stuff like that. And it's like sometimes like the liking someone doesn't take the form of jealousy and like not liking that they're talking with someone they like, and sometimes you're just really thrilled for them because you just like adore them so much type thing. So maybe that interpretation of Amethyst is open.
When has the latter ever happened?
In what? In media? In life?
I love
like
life.
When has that ever happened to anybody?
That's emotions that people can experience. I would say those are human emotions.
I've never heard of anybody being like really happy that the person that they like is like
ostensibly
all about
happy,
somebody else.
Amethyst. Well, I think you have to account for.
I've had that emotion.
I think that's a human emotion. I mean, I'm not a human emotions expert by no means. Like I'm in fact the opposite. But it's Pearl Amethyst. I don't think that. I think that if you want to do Pearl Amethyst, like you have to account for that Amethyst reaction to going to talk to her. Anyway,
sorry, I was just watching a really good Vine.
Was it Steven Universe related?
Yes, it was. It's related to this episode.
Okay, do you want to share with the class?
Yeah, sure. I'll link to it.
The classroom jam.
I meant like explain it out loud because.
It's just like the scene of Pearl seeing the mysterious girl walk into a metal version of what's it called? The
Careless Whisper. It's the Seether cover.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what the vibe is. It is on my Tumblr, stupidnervous.tumblr.com.
Great.
If you want to see this Vine.
Thank you for plugging your Tumblr, Sam. Yeah.
No problem.
No problem.
I danced with you.
Justin, what aspects of the episode that you loved have we not discussed yet?
We need to talk about that beginning scene because I know it got overwhelmed, but that opening was so funny with the Amethyst not bouncing and she's like the ball. That was like one of the best visual gags they've done since probably the chicken thing in Log Date. The puzzle thing was funny. The whole setup was just great with Greg and the cards and Barb and Vidalia. We got a Vidalia name drop. The way they got into this episode was so good. It wasn't like the best, but it was just so fun. It's not the highlight of the episode, but it was a great way to get into it. I'm glad they gave us a good intro instead of just jumping in. It was so fun. It was a great setup, and I loved it. We can't forget about it. The puzzle thing with the corner, and there's no corners, and 612 pieces. It was just so funny.
Yeah.
I want to see Greg going to a house show.
Current Greg or young Greg?
Greg. Just current Greg going to a house show. Just what is that like?
I could see it. I think it makes sense. I don't know. Maybe we didn't get it, so we don't know what it looks like. You know, it didn't happen.
What could have been just Greg and Amethyst just at this house show.
Yeah, discussing.
We missed out.
Yeah, discussing
Imagine-
Will Butler.
Fanfiction people, Tumblr people, rewrite this episode as a Greg Amethyst episode. I'm curious. How would it have gone? What would
I
have
feel
happened?
like that
want to know.
defeats the entire purpose of the episode.
It
like,
does,
Yeah,
remove
but
Pearl
like-
from it.
That's why I'm saying fanfiction, not the actual people.
Okay, sure.
AU is cool.
AU is cool. Justin, drunk
2016.
Justin.
I'm
supports
not
AUs,
drunk!
so let's just note that. I did like the opening scene. I love the puzzle stuff. Okay. Tag yourself. Repressed nerd, ultimate wingman, voice of reason, and mysterious girl. Tag yourself.
I'm Mysterious Girl.
Justin, tag yourself.
I'm repressed nerd.
Yeah, I mean, obviously repressed nerd. Yeah.
Because I'm not a good wingman.
By the way, what do they call Ramona the first time they see her in Scott Pilgrim? The mysterious girl. It's a Scott Pilgrim reference. She is Ramona Flowers. Just saying, she is Ramona Flowers, and I love it.
Hope it is not a reference, but maybe it is.
What's wrong with Ramona Flowers, Dylan?
I mean, we're not going to get into the Scott Pilgrim.
Let's get into the let's
get
into the Scott Pilgrim discourse
here. What else will we talk about? So, I mean, I want to get into the Pearl. I want to get into the Pearl stuff more. So,
The number one trend on Tumblr right now is Pearl.
Good.
Just saying.
I didn't know there were ranked trends on Tumblr.
Well, it's the first trend that popped up.
Oh,
I didn't know there were ranked friends on Tumblr either. I thought there was just like a Facebook and Twitter thing.
Yeah. Let's. I want to like read the Pearl quotes. I need to find them though in this massive outline. So, the Pearl. Most of the episode is like Pearl coming out of her shell, like rebelliousness type thing. That's like I feel like the majority of the episode. Steven's like, she kind of. Am I the only one? I'll say it. She kind of looked like Mom. We all noticed. I noticed.
You noticed. I noticed.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great. That was such a great moment. I loved it.
Yeah. Subtly still building up the Rose stuff with Steven. I like it. We're certainly working towards something, although we're certainly going slower than I thought we were for it. But done thinking about the past. I'm a new gem who loves socializing with humans. Says Pearl. Don't have a license, but you're old. What was I supposed to tell the DMV? I'm not exactly a citizen. This is Buckle.
I'd like that. Like she thought about going to the DMV enough that like she knows what it is.
Yeah.
Or like she's driven enough that like she knows what the DMV is.
Why does Pearl know what the DMV is, but does not know that humans can dye their hair?
Yeah,
That's
I don't.
Well, I didn't know they came with pink hair.
Yeah, why does she not know what hair dye is? Like,
I wanted to say I kind of didn't like feel like when Amethyst and Steve were like, yeah, ask her why she dyed her hair, or like ask her like why. Like I don't know, like what. Like personally, I don't like people asking me why I dyed my hair.
Okay, but when you got a 14-year-old boy and an alien who loves mischief, they're gonna not give the world's greatest advice.
Yeah, I think it's not a great thing to say to someone. I think it makes sense that Steven would say that. It's like a very natural thing for Steven to say there. But yeah, no, I mean, I think it plays different when Pearl asks that.
I just like the color.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's what she'd say. Didn't seem like she talked about.
Maybe she did say that. She's like, yeah, I just like the color pink.
Oh well, we're also missing Steven saying that's the most scared I've been since you almost let me die.
Oh my god.
Presumably referencing
Rose's Scabbard. Yeah.
Rose's Scabbard or Space Race? You have to be very specific with when Pearl almost.
Yeah, I feel like Rose's Scabbard.
That happened later.
The most overt.
The most recent death, almost.
Yeah. I could complain about this feeling weird that Steven would randomly say this, considering that was such an interest. Like, I'd prefer this to be discussed. I don't know.
At a different date. Let's have Pearl minicast.
Pearl mini.
Oh, wait, we don't do minicast. Sorry.
Oh, but Sam advocating the minicast. Wow.
No, I'm not.
Heel turn. I feel like I'm missing some great Pearl dialogue here.
The Vine was great, Sam. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Well,
Human. Yeah.
the suburbs only existed for 70 years. Like,
Oh yeah.
that's how I feel.
nostalgia.
Thank you, Pearl.
I didn't realize humans could come with pink hair. Suburbs only existed for 70 years. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. And then wow. Who says that? Who says like the big wow reaction? Pearl?
I think that's Amethyst. Wow.
In what context?
I think she does this after the cups.
Oh yeah. Oh, the cups thing. We didn't even talk about that.
I think she even does a slow clap.
Typical Amethyst. Yeah, it's her conversation with the girl. I told her my appearance was just a conscious manifestation of light, and your planet and species. I saved your planet and your species, and you're welcome.
Oh my God, Pearl! Why would you say that? That's terrible.
I feel like that's kind of a weird
I mean,
thing to say.
Factual,
like,
but
I feel like that could play well in a context. I buy it. I buy that playing well.
It's kind of a superhero trope where especially the cocky, arrogant ones, like, yeah, I saved your life, whatever.
Obviously, it comes across as like weird and like aesthetic-y, kind of. I don't know. I feel like it comes across as like metaphorical.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
I loved it.
Who knows?
Yeah, that was interesting. And we have Amethyst. I would say this is the most out of character Amethyst line in the history of the show by far. You gave her a Shakespearean spiel about light and got her number. Why? I feel like all of those words are out of context.
Yeah.
For Amethyst.
How does Amethyst know who Shakespeare is?
Why does Amethyst know Shakespeare?
A bridge Shakespeare company.
Who's talking to Amethyst about spiels? Like, I feel like this is. It's a great line. Like,
maybe it's Vidalia just like giving her culture. Like,
could be.
That's
I could
probably
see it
while Amethyst was modeling, Vidalia just started preaching about Shakespeare or something.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess.
Headcanon.
Vidalia reference and Barb, who I barely remember as being
Sadie's mother.
Yeah, I barely remember her. So
sing it with me, Sam. Sadie's mom
Sadie's
has got it going on.
Wow,
I thought you were going to chant Sadie's mom. Sadie's mom, but
yeah,
no, you
I didn't. Sam would not have indulged that song.
No.
Yeah,
I win Fountains of Wayne. I think you won American Pie. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, we did have the Vidalia reference, the Barb reference. Threatened to hold my mail.
I've been a criminal for 6,000 years.
Yeah,
that was great.
Oh yeah. When she popped a collar and she's like, I know how to make it look gooder.
Oh yeah.
It's cool because it's not supposed to go this way.
Yeah, it's cool because it's not supposed to go that way.
Oh,
yeah.
Pearl, that's not proper grammar.
Her jacket was literally Nirvana. Can we just admit that? It was literally the Nevermind logo or whatever. Not the Nevermind, but the Nirvana
just
logo.
Their band logo in general.
Yeah.
It's the apple juice stuff. Super shock shut down.
Sugar shock shut down. Strawberry.
Sugar shock shut down.
I can't.
Everything.
Sorry.
Rebecca sugar shock shut down.
Yeah, sugar.
You're very good at alliterations.
Yeah.
And that one guy lip syncing when
that was
Mike
great.
was playing. He was like he was so into it, that bald guy, and he was like crying.
I was into it. I was lip syncing. I love this episode.
That we found Justin. Tag yourself. That's Justin.
It was alright. I mean, the music wasn't. It was like sort of my thing, but not like really my thing. You know, what I mean?
900% my thing.
This isn't my bad. Quickly, I want to try to give the analysis of the Pearl stuff here. I love that we get into. I could formulate this better later. I love that we get into Pearl referencing terrifying renegade Pearl, talking about how she maybe feels conscious about not being that person anymore. Getting into moving on from Rose, getting into feeling things for humans, getting into it's just really important to continue up from Mr. Greg at this point, I definitely think. And I don't know, there's a bunch of other stuff here too. Like, it's not just that.
Is Pearl gonna like sacrifice herself to have a child, or is that too heteronormative?
Why would she do that?
I don't know, because that's what Rose did.
Adoptive child.
That's what Rose did when she fell in love with a human. So I'm wondering if Pearl would do that, but I don't know. I was just wondering if that's too like heteronormative.
Her and the mysterious girl will somehow have a child because gems only are what they choose. It's gonna be weird, but it's gonna happen.
Makes as much sense as
I don't care what route they take. There's like 5 options that I can't get into on this show because content rating. It's gonna be great.
Yeah,
Or
They're having a child.
That's exactly drunk, #drunk Justin. That's exactly
I'm
what
not
we're going with
drunk.
this.
I
So,
think better word to use. For
you
that.
what?
What?
is?
Drunk. I just
What?
feel like I'm reading a
What?
bad fan fiction.
Apple juice. Sure.
Apple
It
juice.
was
I love apple juice.
It was apple
is
juice,
my
Justin.
I love
Sure,
apple
sure,
juice.
Sure, it was.
No,
Sure it
I
was.
keep apple juice in my dorm. I'm not kidding. Like actual apple juice.
Remember, audience, in this episode and this podcast, apple juice is a euphemism for alcohol. So
No, I
that's what
mean
Justin's
it. It's
saying.
mom. It's mom's
remember,
apple juice. They're little.
remember,
juice
remember,
boxes, and
listeners.
I love them. I'm serious, Dylan.
Oh,
I'm
so
serious.
fun fact: the area code of the mysterious girl's phone number is 301, which is Maryland.
Oh, it was 301.
It's if they're
on
in
the number?
Del Mar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my
Wait,
area
is that a
code. I
real
mean, that
number?
makes sense.
Wait,
That's
can I see
my
that
area
number?
code. That
I
would
don't
be
have
what
that number. I
Rebecca
wanna
Sugar's
call.
area code would have been growing up.
Just a fun fact for everybody. So they're in Maryland
The Rehoboth area code is 302, though. So-
because it's Delaware. All of Delaware is 302.
Yeah, so I mean that would have been Rebecca Sugar's area code when she's growing up because
And then
I know because
Pennsylvania.
I'm 10 minutes from them. It's that's interesting. I mean, the area codes shouldn't match up on alternate Earth, so I sell that.
Well, I don't know.
think we
Mike
should-
Kroll is a real person, and he's
I hate Mike Kroll can't exist in my alternate Earth theory. I sell that. I don't like that. We get.
I don't know. I want to say that it's pretty interesting that Adventure Time also did it at some point over the summer with one of their music-based episodes. Like
But Adventure Time also had the Cheers theme song in an episode.
Yes,
they inserted a person. Did they?
They didn't insert a person. No, Marceline sung like an actual real life person's song.
Yeah, that's
Mitski.
different. That's different, I guess, than naming the person though.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah.
But
It's also
it's
different from randomly singing Cheers.
Yeah, I guess so. But this is more of an Adventure Time thing, certainly.
I love Cheers.
I thought it like really like highlighted the mood.
Justin,
though.
you're a child. You don't get the reference.
It's
old
such a great
sitcoms.
show because making your
Okay.
way in the world.
Okay, you're a child. Okay,
I'm not a child. I'm an adult.
barely.
You know,
We bear bears.
I guess we're that. Okay, drunk Justin. Okay,
I'm not drunk.
So what else? Sam? Last things we haven't talked about this episode.
I'm trying to think. What else do you have in this outline that we didn't hit?
I think we hit most things. Yeah,
We hit the
I'm a-
cop chase, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
She used that like method of like hiding from the cops or like being behind a sign that I don't think has ever worked for anybody.
Yeah, I don't think it would
But-
work. Yeah.
You know, whatever. Cups, coffee,
Yeah, I think we hit the stuff.
looking at her while they're driving.
Where were they, by the way? What store were they in?
They're in Big Donut.
Big Donut because the Lion Liquors.
That was Big Donut. Okay.
Yeah, because the Lion Liquors.
I'll examine that more thoroughly. But
Also, they went to Ocean Town.
Oh yes, we went to Ocean Town.
Oh, that was
That's
Ocean
Town
what
where they
happened.
were?
Ocean
Okay.
Town. It
Yeah,
caught
Ocean Town
fire.
and-
That's what happened.
And the billboard said, not on fire. No
Because
longer
remember,
on fire.
Political Power, where Mayor Dewey says, "You don't want to end up like Ocean Town." What's Ocean Town?
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, there you go.
It caught fire,
There you go. Got it.
which is ironic because it's at the ocean.
What's next? What's the next town we're gonna see? Bayberg. We can see Bayberg now.
Bayberg. What would Bayberg be an analog to?
Well, what's Ocean Town supposed to be an analog to?
Ocean
I
City.
don't know, but
maybe?
it caught fire.
I guess it's supposed to be Ocean City. Yeah.
But wouldn't Beach City be Ocean? No, Beach City is like.
Beach City's Rehoboth for sure.
I guess Ocean Town would be Ocean City.
It's wait, but
Ocean City is
City's bigger
considered
than Ocean
more
Town.
less put together than the
Oh.
Delaware beaches. So
Okay, well then it is.
that's my perception. I'm anti Ocean.
I
City.
don't really go. I go to New Jersey when I want to go to the beach. So
Oh man, yeah, recurrent events in Sam's life. Yeah. So,
yeah, current events. I just went to the beach in
yeah,
Atlantic
so,
City.
yeah, it is 301 555 0189.
Oh my God, we have
Can
to
you
call
put that
it.
in the chat? I want to call it. Can you put that in the chat, please?
I can get it. And yeah, the initial is S. I see.
Yes, so it's me.
That's so I can call.
I mean, if you call that, you're probably gonna get a real person.
I want to
Like-
find out.
I don't know. They might have like
Ah.
gotten that phone number just for like the sake of.
Oh, I mean, it's not like an 800 number. Should we try calling it on the podcast? Should we do
I'll
it?
call. I
Okay,
got
put it on speaker, okay, and put it up to the mic, okay.
Wait,
Holy
put it on
shit.
speaker. Are you sure?
Yes.
Yes.
What if it's a real person?
I do. 555 numbers
Then
aren't.
hang up if it's a real person.
Okay, I will try this. If it's a real person, they already are.
They're getting
overwhelmed.
unupdated. Yeah, it's
All right. Let's see. 301-555-0189.
Yeah,
Yep.
Here we go, listeners.
I can't hear it.
Welcome to Verizon Wireless. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again.
Aw.
It's not a real number.
Boo.
-1.
Boo. Cartoon Network, get your marketing.
Yeah,
act
get-
together.
yeah,
Can
get,
we
like-
not like just get a redirection to
Yeah.
like
It's so
you've
easy to do
reached
that.
Pearl and S, whoever she is. We
Yeah,
can't
you-
come
yeah,
to
you
the
could have
phone
had-
right now.
yeah,
Just
I-
some
I guess you
hint that they
couldn't.
couple up. Come on,
Yeah.
Cartoon Network.
I guess you couldn't do that because she doesn't have a voice in the episode, but you have to have her talking. You'd be like, "You've reached S." Like, yeah, something. Yeah, come on, Cartoon Network.
Come on, Cartoon Network.
Yeah. Anyway, there's
God of
that.
War gave us a real phone number.
Interesting references here. Sam
I don't know,
rebacking.
the
Interesting
555
Pearl
yeah.
Girl art. Yeah, I see that.
The 555 numbers are usually like not like
okay.
people usually don't get them.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I see. I
yeah.
had Sam reblocked the Pearl. The screenshot of Pearl gaping at the girl. I have a type at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AKA me.
I have a type. Yeah. Pearl's realization.
That-
Okay.
that's how I feel whenever I like somebody. It's like I have a type.
Yeah. There you go.
Does it?
Anything else, Sam, from the episode? Final thoughts.
Super good, super gay. I wrote this episode.
Yeah.
I'm not credited, but I wrote it. So
I also
whatever.
think it is a Life is Strange vibe. I think that's also
Really?
similar.
I don't know.
I think
Where'd you get that from?
the Chloe Max interactions. I feel like is maybe in like Chloe's house. I feel like I don't know. I feel like that's aesthetically similar.
I don't understand. Explain this to me after.
I don't know.
Explain it. I don't know.
Justin.
It was just like, let me finish.
Yes.
Sam.
Yes, Sam.
I was just gonna say, it's just like, I don't know. I like this episode. It's like kind of like the mood I'm in right now. I'm in like a house show, like driving at night, like friends and hanging out sort of vibe. And this episode really like got me. So good job.
The title of this is a reference to a ska song. Okay, great. Good job, Ben.
Oh,
Ben
it's
Levin.
reference the last one out of something city,
Liberty
not
City, yeah.
Liberty City
Yeah.
by something Jake.
Yep. There you
Less
go.
than Drake.
Yep.
Less
there
than
you go.
Jake, yeah.
That's apparently what it is.
Yep.
Justin, final thoughts on the episode.
I'm never gonna dance again the way
Okay.
I danced with
Okay.
you.
Good final thoughts. Good job.
So good. Such a great episode.
I'm gonna have to look up that Less than Drake song now.
Your hashtag for this podcast is hashtag drunk Justin.
I'm not
but,
drunk. Hashtag Justin.
What?
stock
Sam?
up.
Okay, let us know your. I guess you have to be more controversial to get it.
I'm not
not-
controversial this time. I'm just
I'm
fun.
not
Yeah, let us know. You have two choices for the hashtag. Let us know your thoughts on the episode. Is hashtag drunk Justin or is hashtag Justin not drunk? So let us know which one you think.
Hashtag is Sam controversial.
Yeah.
Yes, I guess apparently no. You said so yourself.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I guess not. Next week,
I love you guys.
oh my, yeah, you're literally drunk. So next week is apparently Onion Gang.
What?
Steven finds out about Onion's secret friends.
What does that mean?
So that's not promising.
What does that know? That makes me think that Onion is a murderer and is like doing some sort of weird Jeffrey Dahmer things.
Okay, let's hope so. Yeah, the schedule changed. Tiger Philanthropist is not on the schedule anymore. But we'll see. I don't know. It could be that after next week, then we're on a break. But they changed. Like last week, we said next week was Gem Harvest, and then they changed it like on last Thursday. So who knows what it's gonna be.
We can't end on an Onion episode. We gotta end here with the greatest episode of all of Western animation.
Okay, calm down there, Justin. It's been an hour since the episode aired. Calm down there.
It's so good.
15 minutes. Okay. Let us know your thoughts, comments, YouTube comments on the website. Send your feedback into Delaney at overlyanimated.com before Friday at 7:15 Eastern, or send her an ask, gurukorosami.tumblr.com, and or leave a comment here. Definitely make sure to send an ask in for Michelle to analyze the Pearl Amethyst. That would be my request.
Yeah, I might do that. I'd be like, hey, Michelle.
Yeah, Michelle is our resident Pearl Amethyst shipper, so I'm interested.
I'm getting into it.
Sam
but
is now into the
this-
Pearl Amethyst, apparently. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the new ship, but now that this girl is around,
Now that
I love it.
Now that Lapis and Peridot are confirmed canon, that's old news now. Now we get into the next thing.
Yeah.
Next drama
Yeah,
filled. Yeah, there you go.
I like my drama, don't you know?
You need the build up. Sam's out after the payoff happens. After they're living together and
Yeah,
checking in on each other, it's less exciting.
There is a reason why they have the will they or won't they trope. Let me just say. I mean, nobody wants to just watch a happy couple together. I mean, that's
Sam supports
I
the
do.
tropes.
I love happy couples.
Supports the tropes.
I support angst and suffering.
No, I love sweet love moments, like happy stuff.
Yeah, you would.
And feeling terrible. That's what I support.
Of course I would.
Meanwhile, Justin. Yeah. Okay. So
It's
there
me.
you go. There's our contrast for the episode. Next week, Onion Gang apparently. Will I hate the episode or really hate the episode? That's the question.
No, because you're gonna pull a Zoltron and you're gonna be like, "This is the greatest
I feel like
episode
you're gonna like
ever."
it.
The discourse.
I might. If you come in hating it, I might. So we'll see.
Like, you guys are like opposite ends of the scale.
Yeah. I mean, we all agreed this one though wasn't as exciting as last week.
I don't know. You're kind of monotone right now, Dylan.
That's just my energy level. It's not my opinion of the episode.
What, did you say not as exciting as last week?
The podcast, not the episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought this was an amazing podcast.
Okay.
My
I'm glad,
finest
Justin.
hour.
Yeah, we could have done better.
Hashtag drunk Justin. Hashtag
I'm not
better.
drunk.
Okay. Thanks for listening. Oh, wait. Patreon. overlyanimated.com and support us on Patreon at patreon.com/overlyanimated. Thank you very much to our patrons, Mitch, Cordell, Beatrice, Nate, Andy, Jamie, Rachel, John, Ryan, Catherine, Taylor, Davon, Jade, John, Phoenician, and Victoria. A.K.A. Fever, Mitch, Croner, C. Beach Change, Nathan, Fillion, Buzz Like Your Mim, Rich Rose, Johnny, Robert, Brian, Click Cat, Needle, Diamond Day, Jewel, Garfield, TBD. We got to get on those guys.
I thought we. No, I guess.
Well,
we
I guess we have some. We're almost there, Victoria. But,
we thought about it.
Yeah, we got okay.
We didn't.
Also the review of the week. I don't think we had one in the last week. You guys are slacking. Got to get us the iTunes reviews. Go to overlyanimated.com. Click the iTunes links. I'll read an old one, I guess. There's one that someone. There's one that someone sent me in and asked if they saw it because it was Canadian, I think. So, in March, Tritina, I'm sure that's not right. Yeah, go to source 5 stars. Go to source for animated info/reviews. I don't know if I'm gonna read it all. It's a lot of praise for us. I don't know if I can handle the praise. I've been a long-time listener from the Spirit World podcast, which was hosted by Dylan as well, and I was really excited when he announced that he and the rest of the really great co-hosts would be back for a general animation podcast. Somehow, Overly Animated is even better than I thought it could be, and high expectations. Anyone who could podcast for over an hour on Korra and Avatar, more like over 3 hours on Korra, 2 hours. It's worth listening to, which is honestly such a treat for people who are just discovering this podcast. Since many of the co-hosts are well experienced, there's no real awkward phase where they try to figure out how this podcast is going to function. It just kills with every new episode. Thank you. That was the hope that we experienced. Thank you. Moreover, the podcast continuously introduces new types of podcast series, such as the Pixar retrospectives, Studio Ghibli retrospectives. Even the new Dylan Discourse is really intriguing and fun.
Remember when that was a thing? I do. Pepperidge Farms remembers.
Listen to, even though it's not necessarily animation related, probably because these co-hosts have such a great understanding of the show's fan base and workings of fandom, because they're all genuine fans of the show's movies they're covering, which I find so refreshing. And that's why I think anyone who calls themselves a fan of animation should check this podcast out. And hey, if you don't agree with anything they say or you want to shout praises at them, they're pretty active on Tumblr/Twitter. True. Thank you very much for this review. But yeah, and you sent me an ask. I believe this was you sent me an ask on Tumblr. So get your reviews in, and if you send one by next week's SU, we will read it on the show. Very much need iTunes reviews to gain popularity. Almost very important. Also becoming a patron, very important. All of this to support us. Thank you very much, and tune into the feedback show tomorrow. Later tonight, we got a Powerpuff Girls podcast coming out. It's back.
Oh, is that what you were podcasting on earlier?
Earlier was Ladybug.
Miraculous.
Sunday, so we recorded that already. It's a good one. Literally tens of you will listen to our Powerpuff Girls podcast, so I'm very excited for the one of you.
The dozens,
literally
dozens
tens of you. So no, it's like literally slightly over 100. So very popular ones there, and so our Steven Universe ones have been doing up though, so that's good. And thanks guys for listening. Check out our ones, overlyanimated.com. Let us know your thoughts on this, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.